Meanwhile, in a bid to battle the latest strain of the coronavirus mutant variant that has now spread across Britain, the British members of Parliament have voted in favour of imposing new restrictions. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, however, faced a bit of a major revolt by the lawmakers in his own Conservative Party who opposed the latest regulations. But despite the squabble, the internal squabble that is, the measure was voted by 269 in favour against 126 voted against these measures. Now, the latest restrictions that will be imposed on the people include ordering people to wear a face mask in a public place and also to use COVID-19 passes to enter into some venues, especially such as nightclubs, because people can't give up partying, and places that have large crowds, or some constrained places such as using public transport such as the metro. A record number of Conservative lawmakers voted against Prime Minister Boris Johnson's key measures of vaccine certification. However, the policy passed with the help of votes from the opposition. And this has further also questioned the authority of Prime Minister Johnson, whose approval ratings, both which voters and also inside the Conservative Party, have plunged amidst the ethics scandal and allegations. And his government has also breached its own pandemic restrictions as well. The latest curbs have come at a time when the country's Health Secretary, Sajid Javid, has warned of a surge in the coronavirus-related deaths in the United Kingdom, and this is due to a rapid spread of the Omicron variant. He also said that the variant now accounts for nearly about 44% of all COVID-19 infections that are being reported in the capital city of London. Now, the Health Secretary of the United Kingdom has also estimated that nearly about 200,000 cases, 200,000 cases, in fact, could be reported. As of now, there are about 5,346 cases that have been reported on a day-to-day basis. Meanwhile, with the surge in the number of cases, Londoners are also forming long queues at vaccine centres. They are rushing to get their booster shots. And this also has come just a few days after the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson warned that the latest Omicron variant could, of course, overcome the immunity of those who've already been inoculated. However, some facilities within the country are now turning away patients who haven't booked an appointment for the booster shot, while there are still scores who, despite having an appointment, have to wait for several long hours before receiving their jab.
We have been checking the website for a few weeks to make sure, to see if we could get an appointment, but as soon as it opened for the under 40s, we went for it and booked the first appointment at the first place we could find. But it seems like there's a real scramble at the moment. There really aren't any appointments available, and we've been checking to see if there's anywhere else.
Meanwhile, the British government has announced that it will remove all 11 countries from its COVID-19 travel red list due to a community transmission of the Omicron variant within Britain. However, Britain will still require all inbound travellers to take an RT-PCR test 48 hours before their departure. As of now, the latest COVID-19 strain Omicron has been reported in 77 different countries around the world. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.